What's up, guys? What's up? Huh? I don't think there's trading today. Is there? Is That goes there. Okay, so what we're trying to do is get this over here, this over here. We're gonna change this back to 15. Time frames. This to 5. Put this to 5. All right, here we go. Here is the start of fun. The start of fun, huh? The start of the fun. All right, so far we're looking at
how to
some
use your camera with Apple Intelligence. Let's say you spot a post
order filled.
but there are a lot of details to remember. Date, time, address, website. Well, Apple Intelligence can use your camera to activate visual intelligence with the press of a button. You can then add all the details to your calendar with just a quick tap. And that's how you use visual intelligence, built on Apple Intelligence.
Stop filled.
Ooh, whack.
The 2026
Good play.
CRV Trail
Good play.
Sport Hybrid.
Good play.
Introducing the latest addition to the Honda Trail Sport lineup. Our most capable CRV yet. Explore the CRV Trail Sport Hybrid at your local Honda dealer.
I want to actually see what's going on here.
Order filled.
Give me that one at least. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Opposite direction. Ooh. Calendar stuff. 7 a.m. Consumer confidence of Argentina. Dude, come on. Right down here. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Stop filled.
Alright, we'll take that a little bit back. shoulder's all messed up. Alright, what's happening right here?
Order filled.
Alright, that should break. Down. Give us more down. More down. Well, we want a bigger range than that this morning. Break underneath, please. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. What's going on, folks? What's happening? Give us the win. I like to have the win. Dun, 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 dun. Keep flowing. Keep the flow. Keep the flow. I want more of the flow. Oh, retrace.
Stop filled.
Thank you. Thank you much.
Welcome to paradise. Our Amex Platinum card got us here. Membership takes it next level. Hottest restaurant in town? Booked with Resi. Event access. Endless vibes.
Selling your car to Carvana is easier than you think. In just seconds, we can give you a real offer good for 7 days. Here's how. First, input your license plate or VIN into
Platinum card membership for a trip that's nothing less than iconic.
Would have had the full win. It's okay.
The best time to get a spare
I just clocked in $100 on my funded account. This was too good to pass up this short. It was too good to pass up, so we locked in $100 just now on a day that I probably shouldn't be trading, but hey, just never know, man. Just never know. No retest, darn it. RT says DPS, he's trade Tory concepts. Does he trade? Do I trade Tory trades concepts? Absolutely, dude. That's all I trade. That's it, man. Tory trades is life, man. Overnight lows are right there where we just broke. We touch the top of the big Sunday gap. If we drop, we drop to 650 if we fill it correctly. I should have kept that short open on my funded. TT Concepts, baby. Tory Trades, baby. Let's go. And see 1, 2, 3, and then you're off to the races.
Man, I knew I should
Beautiful
pick
short.
that.
Anyone who
Should've
caught
kept
that, very nice, very nice.
Why
did we take that short, you may
look
ask?
how
Because,
big normally our
Tory.
ranges. We were about right
Because we
there.
had this sellers were absorbing
break and
buyers
support
in here.
Look how big this.
Let me show you what I mean by
range
that.
is, and we'll probably get actually down to here, 21,480.
So this
If you
candle
look at
right
all
here
the other ones, look how
showed
big
me
these are.
that even though
Look how big
buyers
these
were
are.
stronger
There's a small
in their
one
orders,
here.
there were
We're
more
looking
orders
at
to buy.
2-1,
Sellers were just too
8-6,
aggressive.
2-1-8.
And then the
About
next candle not
60.
only confirmed it, but gave us a high volume candle in that same direction. So because of that, I knew it was going to at least give us a 1-to-1, maybe to the overnight low, and we
Alright,
went
so
exactly there.
that could
and,
be it right there.
We did our thing.
That's the smallest
why,
one
baby.
of before.
Tory trend lines, yeah. Say that 10 times fast. Tory trend line tactic. Oh man. Yeah, I'll be talking about my girl like that, man. I'm talking about my mama. You talking about my mama? You guys didn't know that Tory Trade's uncle is ICT? Did you guys know that? I bet you guys did not know that. That's what the T stands for in the T. Inner Circle Tory.
Sometimes do we make this break low?
Nah, you may want to. That's a conspiracy, Sam. That's what they want you to think, that it's Michael Ashton, but it's really not, man. It's Michael Hudson. What's up, Janik?
I want to see what happens.
I treat trend
How
lines
does it
like her.
behave
I
right
learn
there?
on my own though. I watch her as well sometimes. Yeah, but nobody trades trend lines like Tory, man. I've known her uncle for over 12 years. Says Sam. Trading for pips. So you know ICT, bro? That's awesome. I'm picking up sarcasm, but when it comes to Tory, she gets a lot of heat in the industry. Nah, man, I'm just messing, dude. I don't hate on anyone. I'm just making light of people paying $5,000 to learn how to trade anything. Like, it doesn't matter if it's trend lines or the most advanced strategy in the world. It's just dumb for people to pay $5,000. And Tori does her thing, man. She does her thing. I'm just messing around. I'm just messing, man. I'm just messing with you guys. You guys gotta laugh sometimes, man. Laugh at the industry that we're in. And I know that Tori's uncle is not actually ICT. I'm also, that was a rumor that was going around for a while. And I'm just being a bit of a troll and just trying to make you guys laugh a little bit. But yeah, no. I'm not really serious. Yeah, 5K is a bit excessive. If it was 4K, then I would say yeah, but 5K, come on, man. Tennessee Tory trades. Yeah, what's up, Dr. Phil? No, I saw an interview with her uncle. He seems all right. Yeah, Tupac's her uncle. Tupac's her uncle. Yeah, she wants more down. Looks like all this is getting absorbed pretty hard. It's getting absorbed pretty hard. Yeah, she's looking very, very, very weak. Oh, guys, I got some crazy news, man. I got some crazy news to tell you. So after harassing them, like they owed me $2, a lot of you guys have been asking me, why don't you get affiliated with Take Profit Trader? And I told you guys, like, oh man, I've been after Take Profit Trader forever. try to get them to partner with us. And I put in like 4 applications. I email them all the time. Like they're just so behind, so extremely behind on everything, extremely behind on customer service, everything, right? And I go into my Take Profit Trader account yesterday to try to put in a 5th application, because everybody keeps asking me about Take Profit Trader. And it turns out that they approved my application back in May. And I didn't even know. So if anybody trades Take Profit Trader or wants to give Take Profit Trader a spin, we are now partnered with Take Profit Trader, and the code is Smooth
Order
Trader.
filled.
30% off right now with no activation fee. So yeah, God is good, man. He's blessing us really hard right now. God's giving us a lot to work with, man. The channel's growing. Our partnerships are coming through. So yeah, we added Take Profit Trader, which is one of the, if not the best prop firms out there. Like a lot of people are saying that it's their #1. For me, I still have a soft spot for Tradovate. I think Tradovate is amazing. Trade Day is a really good one as well. If you're new and you want a cheap evaluation, there's nothing like Bealnox. You can get those anywhere between $16 when you go on a crazy massive sale. Right now, they're $29 for an eval with Bealnox. But yeah, we've got, I'm proud to say we've got now, I would say the top 5 with the exclusion of My Funded Futures. I don't trade with them. They gave me a really nasty message when I tried to affiliate with them in the beginning. Not a big fan of them. So we are partnered up with the most reliable. Some people might argue Apex is not so reliable. Some people live and die by them, so we're partnered with them. But trade Apex at your own risk. But yeah, God is good, guys, and we have Take
Connection lost
added to our repertoire of partnerships, which is amazing for the channel. So there you go. There you go. All right, looks like we might get the pop now. Looks like she may be going. I'm waiting for confirmation here on the Rencos. No, you don't have to create content for them. You don't have to do anything besides give people your coupon code. There's nothing I have to do. A lot of times traders, influencers or YouTubers will create videos just to create more of a buzz around their, coupon code. And a lot of people who do YouTube searches, like how to, what is Apex rules, or what are Top Steps? Well, Top Step doesn't have any affiliates, but like what is Take Profit Trader's live policy? Like, people make videos like that because it does educate people, but you also get people to use your coupon code. It's not a requirement. No, it's not a requirement, but it is a smart idea. If you're, if you know how to educate, you know how to teach, and you make a video and you get people to use your coupon code, it's a win-win and it's a no-brainer. But it doesn't mean you're automatically going to get people to use your code. You can make a video that gets, 100 views and nobody ever uses your code. Yeah, a lot of people trade their own cash instead of trading prop firms. Robert, that is ultimately where I want to circle back to. That's how I started, but I lost a lot of money doing that. That's why I've found prop firms to be a little bit more advantageous for me, at least right now. Friendy, no, I think her course is a couple grand, but I'm just exaggerating saying 5K. But there are people out there who charge 5K or more for trading courses. Yeah, I bought a course from a crypto trader that I follow. I still follow him, and I still like his content. I bought 2 courses from him, not only because I wanted to learn more about trading, because I was rather new at that time, but I also wanted to support him. So I knew that at the end of the day, even if I didn't really get that much value, if I learned one thing, I knew that it'd be worth it for me, because I wanted to support what he was doing, because I did learn so much from him that I wanted to show my gratitude and at least support the guy. Like, he always gave out so much great information, very genuine, never like scammy or spammy or anything like that. So it was kind of like that book. I don't know if you guys ever read the book from Gary Vaynerchuk called Jab Jab Right Hook. It's like the thank you economy almost. Like you give, and then at the end, like people kind of give back to you because you've given so much that people almost feel like obligated, or they feel overwhelmed to support you. So yeah, that's kind of the concept, the mindset that I've always had in business. But I did buy a couple courses more to support the creators, because a lot of the information that they give you can find on YouTube. Wow, we're really getting a dump here. We should have kept that short open. Currently trading my Funded Future Starter Plus, praying I pass this and start profiting from Sim Funded, aiming to get my first payout next week. But I give it to God. Absolutely, Mr. Shop. Momentum with Jamie, what's up? Good morning, brother. Take profit is awesome. Yeah, 5-day pass to pass, no activation fee. Yeah, I haven't been able to pass our evals yet. Funny story, I did pass it once, but I didn't know they had a consistency rule. So I got, I had to trade the account an extra $1,000, and that's where I lost it. To me, I'd rather take 5K. Oh, that's what you meant? You'd rather take 5K and learn how to trade with your own money? Yeah, I mean, you'll get much further with that, Robert. You'll get much further with that than paying 5K for a course. What you should do as a new trader is paper trade as long as you can, and learn a strategy and backtest that strategy like we're going to do today, until you can really say that you have something with a high win rate. In my expert opinion, price is going down. Mo is... Captain Obvious. Mo has already gotten, Mo is going to be my guest speaker on my new trading course called Smooth Trader Dynamics, or STD for short, STD, the STD concepts. And he's going to talk about hindsight trading, which is very important if you guys want to become a profitable trader. Mo is going to be the guest lecturer there. Solid short for a holiday? Yeah, man. Usually on holidays, we get pumps. Took prior week lows as expected. I used to do well with trading until I actually put money on the line. I used to do well with trading back in the day. I was trading 93% win rate. Wow, I have my real account history to prove it, but somehow I just can't. Next up is this month's lows. Okay, can't trade for my life. Just do the opposite of everything you think, Robert, then you'll be back to 93%. I hesitated getting into this trade today, so I started also trading prop firms, forced myself into rules. Contract roll gap filled. Wow, really? We just filled the gap? Holy smokes. Something going on. Oil is moving. Yeah, I'm gonna check the I wish you would have hung up on that trade. Yeah, I wish I would hang on to it too. Check it out if you guys.
University of Maryland Global
I made a whole whopping $97 on that trade this morning. I wasn't even gonna trade anything today, to be honest with you. But I took it. I was like, until this candle, I'm going to ride this trade until the candle is full. When the candle is no longer full, I'm going to close the trade. So I took it for $97. But our account is at $53,735. So we only need a couple $100 more to request our full max payout on Buellnock. So don't want to push it too hard. 21.6 is coming. Went down 3.5 standard deviations. Yeah, this long is going to be epic. Just hit 50% of the FIB daily. More down? Yeah, could get more down. Never know. Let's go ahead and look at our fib levels. Let's get real fibby with it. Let's go out to our 1 hour, because this is, damn. What are we talking about here, Willis? Is that a wick? No, that's not a wick. Let's take out the standard. Let's take out this real quick. Man, that's wild. We got a dumperoni and cheese just shy of the 786.
All right, let's see if it comes back up here and test.
Let's see about our...
Just checking out some YouTube channels.
Let's see if we can get some more confluence, as they call it in France. Confluence.
Live today, it looks like. It's okay. Don't need that one. Like watching out.
Confluence. All right, looks like we got 382 and a 786 are lining up really nicely. Both of them are considered to be important levels for bounces. We hit the 382. This level looks rather important. We have that last week's low down here at 21,476 also. Another important level. If we continue dumping, we'll see. We ran that golden pocket like it wasn't even there. So much for that. Let's go back to our 1 minute. How much is the Bionox activation fee? Bionox activation fee is $148. The cheapest deal out there right now on the market for a prop firm, depending on what your style is, I would say it's Tradovate with their $90 growth 50K. It's $97 with the discount, and there's no activation fee. I believe if you do take Profit Trader, they're a little bit more expensive. I think they're about like, I want to say like 120, I think, for a 50K, or you can get in for like 105 for a 25K on Take Profit Trader, no activation fee. Yeah, activation fees is kind of where they get you in the prop firm world. You can have an inexpensive eval. You can either pay for the activation fee once you pass, or if you're really good at passing evals, I would probably go with something like a Take Profit Trader or a Tradovate, because that way you don't have to pay for that activation. Let's go, Tori. We got all the trend lines up. Repping Tori today, baby. One day Tori Trades is going to send me a cease and desist. What's up, Zenzen? Yeah, don't worry. You're here. That's all that matters. One day I'm going to get a cease and desist from Tori and her uncle. He said, knock it off, Smooth. Don't be trolling. I'll be like, freedom of speech, baby. And they're going to say, nah, that's defamation. Yeah, we should have probably went long earlier. Looks like she is trying to push here.
Let's see how it reacts right here at the top. I'm gonna wait for ultimately we're green. I think we had a red day yesterday. We did keep it small. We could have brought it back again like we did the day before. We wanted to go into positive, but we really just wanted to keep the losses low. We really felt like
a lot of liquidity above us. Lots.
It was a struggle just to get it back
to
where it was. And I didn't want to struggle anymore. So we're gonna see what happens right up in this area. Actually, that's kind of funny that this low is
let's see
the
if
same exact
TP,
spot.
Let's see if we get a TP
of a prior day's low. Way back.
Took 38% bounce on the ES. Okay. There you go. Man, we are true.
Actually, I'll tell you.
We live up to the name D-Gen. Trade on trade on holidays. D-Gen.
Oh wait, no, maybe not.
Definitely. This is my demo account. I'm just forward testing here on this is not so much forward testing of the strategy I'm going to be testing today. This is me just getting into a trade that I normally would have entered because I saw the bullish absorption here and I saw the bulls follow through. So here I'm just assuming maybe we can get a 1-to-1. If we get a 1-to-1, that'll bring us up here, clearing out these imbalances up here, these imbalances up here. But we could just as easily get a retracement back down here sweep this and then go higher. On a day like this, I would definitely see that being a possibility. That's exactly what they're going to do more than likely. So I think instead of doing that, I'm going to add 2 here. Let me see if I can do buy 2. I think they're going to want to sweep this level and then go higher. That's what I'm thinking could happen here. What time does the market close today? I think it's like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Small size, good practice. There you go. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Welcome to the channel, Tito7. Thanks for being with us here today. Yeah, once this market cools down a little bit, we'll start doing some back testing. I'll show you guys how I back test and how and what different strategy I'm going to back test today. Yeah, I think it closes around the same time as the London session closes. The London session closes, I believe, at 11:30, if I'm not mistaken. Guys can correct me if I'm wrong. What is going on? There's Matt. What's up, Matt? Just came by to say hi. Thanks, Matt. I hope you're still there on Twitch. Let's see. I don't even know. I'm American. I don't even know what Juneteenth is, to be honest with you. I think it has something to do with slaves. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably look it up. But I don't even think that President's Day should be a holiday. I really don't. There's a lot of holidays in this country that shouldn't be holidays. They just do it so they don't have to give you your money. Because when bank holidays close, they don't have to give you your money, so they get to collect interest on your money while they don't give you access to your money. It's a scam. If you notice, we get more and more bank holidays all the time. 1 p.m. New York time, says Addison. Okay, thank you for that. I wasn't sure what time the market closed today. I should know these things, but I don't, because I really don't care. I'm not going to be trading all day. It's the day when the slaves were freed. Is that so? What's up, Larry? Good morning. I think it does commemorate something with slavery. I just don't know what. Let me ask Rock. Oh, we got stopped. Oh, we got added. We added. It's the Emancipation. Yeah, proclamation was issued by President Abraham Lincoln, so it was. Oh, no. It was on January 1st, but it was not recorded in Confederate-controlled areas like Texas until the Union Army arrived in 1865. The delay meant many enslaved people in Texas were unaware that their freedom until Granger's announcement. Wow. So even after the emancipation, a lot of slaves were still slaves and didn't know. Of course, they didn't have the internet, right? They didn't have Twitter. Juneteenth is marked by community events like picnics, parades, barbecues, street fairs, traditions, and including public readings and Emancipation Proclamation, singing songs like Lift Every Voice and Sing. Oh, that's cool. It's a day to celebrate African American culture, reflect on freedom, and acknowledge ongoing struggles for equality. That's awesome. Okay. I mean, this is much more worthy than President's Day. Juneteenth became a federal holiday in 2021. All right, cool. What's going on, JB? Yeah, President's Day should be like Founding Father's Day or something like that. Instead, yeah, exactly. It is the day that slaves in Texas got the news of freedom, which was, I think, several months after the emancipation. Yeah, there you go. I just found out about that. The internet was down. Sam said the internet was down that day. Yeah, Twitter was too woke back then, so they didn't want the slaves to find out. They were blocking any based tweets about slavery ending. Just found your channel, Tito. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Thank you for stopping in. Reading backtesting caught my attention. Yeah, oh, cool. Well, we're going to be backtesting in just a minute after we end these degen trades. Yeah, it is a good reason to have a holiday. Juneteenth is a day where slave freedoms and slaves are African Americans. Yeah. It's like our 4th of July. There you go. Spider Lily, what's up? Good morning. Smooth, I cannot see my regular candlesticks in TradingView. I can see all other candles. Has this happened to you? You can't see your regular candlesticks in TradingView? What do you mean by regular? Do you see candlesticks or do you see no candlesticks whatsoever?
Okay, I think we should have popped in here, or right about here is when we were kind of looking at that. Now we're reaching into where the resistance zone would be, which is somewhere around here. As you can see, things dropped in, things came up, came down, came up.
I would just added some more there to our funded account in that little long we just took. I didn't want to get anyone too super excited in case the market did me dirty and gave me a black eye, but now we're up to $244 on our funded on the day that we say we're not going to trade. We should probably have left it open.
All right, now it's
just like every other trade. But it looks like now we might be eligible for a payout. Maybe we need $120 more. We'll see. Maybe we'll scalp another $120 somewhere.
All right, let's see what happens.
No candlesticks
right
at all?
Here.
Okay. The reason why you probably have no candlesticks is if you go over to your indicator section right here on TradingView, go down to your candle, go down to here where it says NQ and then the candles next to it. It's probably checked off. It's probably hidden. So go and unhide it and then you're good to go.
Order filled.
We're gonna get this one right here. Quick little scalpy scalp. Dude, I hate when that happens. I need to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, did I just hit the next resistance?
Yeah, remember what I was telling you guys here? Today's going to be the day where they go back and grab liquidity. So put your entries where your stops would be. That's exactly what we did here. We added a second position. And what we should have done was been patient and added our original entry here anyway. And I took this trade here on the, after the manipulation candle, I took the trade long here on my funded. Probably should have left it open a little longer. But I'm kind of nervous, guys. I'm being honest with you. I'm a little nervous because this will be my first payout with Bionox and I don't want to screw it up. I'm like right at the finish line and I really don't want to screw it up. So I'm like nibbling off pieces there. Why is it not moving when you enter a trade? What's not moving? Why is it not moving when you enter a trade? I don't know what you mean. What is what not moving? I don't get it, says Patrick. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Larry, did that solve your issue? Maybe you have the your candlesticks turned off here on your indicators. You might have it actually muted or hidden. Volume? I don't know what you mean. Why is the volume not moving? Why would volume move? Larry, do me a favor. Screenshot your actual screen, and then screenshot your screen with your indicators as well. And showing this as well. I want to see if you got anything. Why is my risk per day in your Bionox? 2 losses and I'm done. If I have 2 losses in a row, I'm done. Usually I try to risk a 1-to-1. 1 minute inversion ES, says ICT Sniper. So for instance, I took this trade here. I took, let's just say if I was to get into this trade here long, my stop would have been here. So let me give you an example here of what my risk normally is. I try to get into a trade early. I don't want to wait for it too long. So as soon as I get a confirmation from Renko or from the traditional charts, I like to go. So with Renko, let me see real quick on Renko where I would have gotten into that long. I would have gotten into that long at, if I was paying attention, at 10:04. So this is 10:03. So after this yellow candle confirmed, I should have got into this long. I actually waited a little bit longer on my funded account to get into this long. But let's say I did catch, let's just say I did catch this candle if I was paying attention to Renko real time, which I wasn't.
I probably did.
I would have entered here. I would have put my stop under the last wick here. You could even got away with this, believe it or not. You could even get away with this, and the reason why is because this is a bullish absorption candle, and if they come back to reclaim that, more than likely,
or maybe I wasn't.
They're going to continue going lower. But
actually,
since we do have
up here,
a wick all the way down here, this is 13 points.
Actually, here,
if you feel safe risking 13 points, then you want to do at least a 1-to-1
as well,
if not higher, on your risk to reward. So would I have put my stop here? I probably would have ended up putting my stop here somewhere in the middle.
We're just kind of
just because I trust in this candle, but sometimes they do retest these candles just a bit, and they come down just a hair under here. So for me, I would have felt safe risking 8.5 points, and I would have targeted these highs here if I wanted to be safe, which would have been 18 points. So it's a good 2-to-1. But to be honest with you, it's probably going to go all the way to 37 here. The reason why I say that is because we have imbalances all the way up, and we also have this trend line that they're dying to come and
see what happens here,
because that's where they get more. That's where they get the most amount of people to enter into positions is around key levels like resistance, trend lines, major levels, daily opens, VWAPs, things like that. So it's going to want to go here. It's going to want to go here. That's why we have our second TP here.
All right, we need to break this resistance.
So I don't know if that answers your question, but I always try to put my stops below or above, depending if I'm going in a short
move our stop loss
absorption level. So this is my absorption level here. So I'm putting my stop under here. It doesn't have to be by much,
that I could bounce
under here. Same thing with the short earlier that we took. When we took this short earlier here, I entered right here. I put my stop up here above this absorption candle. Bearish absorption candle
to finish,
and I was aiming for a 1-to-1, which would have given me 15 points. Would have been right here. Would have swept. It would have swept this low that we had, the overnight low. I just didn't hold it long enough because I'm telling you guys right now, like I'm skittish trading today because it is a holiday and I only need like a couple $100 to get a payout. So this is a easy trade, simple trade. Reason why I took it is because of volume and because of order flow.
Why we took such a
so hopefully you guys understand where I put my stops.
I mean, this is our sacrifice account, so it really doesn't matter, to be honest.
Bunch of volume imbalances above.
We like to take trades on while we wait.
Yeah. This quick down, quick up. Remember that. Usually what happens.
Makes sense.
What is an absorption candle? It says Angara sick. What's up, Louis? Louis Shepard. What's going on, man? A absorption candle is when you have delta. Delta is basically the difference between buyers and sellers. That's a fancy word, Greek word for the difference between buyers and sellers. So for instance, here in this candle that I was telling you about, if you look down here at the delta reads red, which means red means there's more sellers than buyers. But why didn't the candle go red? The candle actually went green, but I have an indicator that turns it yellow, letting me know there's an absorption happening there. So when you see this absorption, think of it in your head as kind of like a war, a little battle going on between buyers and sellers. You know, there's active sellers in here, but there's very aggressive buyers in here, and there's a little bit of a war. So whoever wins the next candle is basically telling you who's on top, who's coming out stronger. So because the next candle ended up being green, the chances are in your favor to go long. Like you have a better chance that this is going to continue going higher, especially if you see that the market is trying to reach for something. So in my opinion, the market was reaching for these highs and this trend line. So this would have made for an easy 1-to-1 RR. They don't always work out, but there's a high probability that they do. That's why I urge people to back test a lot, because once you start getting the stats, then you feel more comfortable taking the trades because you know the stats. When you don't know the stats, you're just hoping. You don't really have any concrete evidence that your strategy is going to work.
I did go here. I figured if it came back down here, it could go lower.
No worries, Larry. I'll try to help you out if I can. What's up, Dylan? How you doing, brother?
What happens?
So let's see if we get that tap of 718. It's a good level too. 718 is just under 720.
The reason why I moved it up,
and we'll see what the market wants to do at that point,
is a lot of times it'll bounce here and bounce back down. Sometimes it'll come up a little bit and then bounce down.
I hate when that happens, Dylan.
Just keep going.
Yeah, today's not a day you guys should really be trading, man. Today's one of those days where you kind of wish you would have stayed in bed. Yeah. What's up, Captain? How you doing, brother? ICT Sniper is trading the ES. He says 5980 retest incoming, just rejected the 50%. I took a couple of trades on my live account here, and we're up 244 on my live account. I just need $100 for a payout, so I'm kind of nervous about it because I don't want to be that guy who blew his account because he was $100 short. I don't want to be that guy. I'm just nervous. I'm trading NQ. And we're gonna do some back testing today. Did tilt yesterday, but saved my account. Oh man, thank God, PD. What's up, George? How you doing, man? Line purple is VWAP or EMA? The line purple. No, this purple line that you see in here, this is the 21. The VWAP is up here. The VWAP sitting right now at 21.811. So if you look at our screen right now, you see these purple clouds. This is our standard deviations away from the VWAP. So the lighter shade, the further we are away from VWAP.
Right here.
So being in here,
he's gonna roll over now.
This was a very good place to get long because we're almost in the 4th standard deviation of the VWAP. So taking along here and riding it all the way to VWAP, man, that's a beauty of a trade if you can catch that. So when you see us be in a lighter cloud,
it would be
it means that we're far away from VWAP. So we're in good territory right now to start looking for longs into the VWAP.
I did move it here because I figured if we were going to pull back, we're going to pull back down. Just put it too much up there. You gotta learn how to.
What indicator is that? Standard deviation cloud. It's called the VWAP. It's called the VWAP with standard deviations. I think it's called. Let me see what it's called.
Now I'm interested in what is happening.
It's called VWAP with standard deviation bands. That's what it's called.
We actually might break.
No, Rex, I've never used the 45-day moving average. I've never even considered it, never thought about it.
All right, so
how did you get the countdown on Project X with it tells you the time left in the candle? It's on the options. You go to the, let me see, I'll tell you right now. I just did it the other day. Okay, so all you got to do is go here to the bottom right of your, like right here. I don't know if you can see it because I'm probably I'm hidden. My face is hiding it. But the bottom right, there's a little gearbox. Click on that gearbox. It's gonna bring this up. And just click on where it says countdown to bar close. Right here at the bottom, okay? You can't see it because my head's in the way. But take my word for it, it's there.
Keep all your passwords safe. Choose Chrome to safely store your passwords.
Just sent you a chart on Discord. The arrows are the signals. Do you enter at the breach of the wick of the absorption candle, or how do you determine when to hit the button? There's two different ways, Frank, that I determined to hit the button. So the first absorption candle that you see is back here. So that means that buyers are just warming up. So normally I wouldn't enter on this candle unless we had a retest of the candle, which I should have probably, if I was really paying attention and really trading today, I probably would have went long here, because we got a full, not only retest of this candle, but a sweep of that candle. So I probably would have wanted to go long in here somewhere, because I saw that they were,
the resistance
I saw that
zone.
they were aggressive buyers in the water, right? Let's just say I didn't take this one though.
Going to
this one is really,
here,
in my opinion, probably even
this
better, because we had the
and
manipulation
we'll
sweep down.
take
Remember I told you guys they're probably going to come and sweep this level?
And then take that.
And
Order
then
filled.
manipulation
Right
sweep
now.
down, so that
Leave
confirms to me that
right
they've
there.
already wiped out liquidity. So after this candle, the first bullish indication was this one. Bullish absorbing sellers here. So if I were to follow the Renkos, I would have entered at the close of this candle. That's what the Renkos told me to do. The other chart that I showed you guys, which is this right here. This one called out, it called out the trade at 10:03 to 10:04. So that 10:03 candle was this yellow one, and the 10:04 one was this one. So I would have got in here. Now, if I would have been using just the regular standard bars, I probably would have gotten in on the candle at the close of this, because I would have waited for the confirmation that buyers are really in control. But the Renko is kind of finds out who's in control ahead of time, believe it or not. I don't know how it does it, but I'm going to backtest that with you guys today. And we could have gotten in long either here or here. Either one is equally as good, in my opinion, I would say. This one's a little bit better because your stop would be smaller. This one would have a larger stop. So it just depends on you. But the only thing is that why this trade to me was better than this one is because we saw them do the retest and the sweep of this liquidity. They came back and they cleaned up this liquidity under here, came back, grabbed it, and then they kept going. It looks like we just missed our TP there. What are they doing?
To go.
We missed 720.
Maybe a little bit.
Are you serial right now? Man, we went up to 718.75. My TP was 718.75. It came up to 718. 718. They came up to 717. They came up to 718, and we're at 721, 718.50. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. We'll wait. I'm sure it'll come back up.
Order canceled.
All
Yeah,
right.
was here,
Well,
serious,
we
bro.
got $16 out of that.
Do I have a video on this setup? Yeah, check out the videos down below in the description of this live stream. You'll see it says my strategies. I'm going to be doing more videos this weekend too on all the topics you guys are asking me about. I'll check out the Discord in a second, okay?
We're gonna see how this reacts right here.
Let me see. Green chat. All right, you're Cam? Are you Cam? Yeah, 9:30. A 9:30 anchored session VWAP is a good idea too. That's a good one.
All right. It's not breaking. It's not breaking.
Joined for the first time. I blew up personal account worth 10K and now learned lesson in doing prop firms. Yeah, I blew up 2 10K accounts learning how to trade futures. And before that, you don't even want to know how many thousands I blew up trying to learn how to trade crypto. Bought 15 Apex evals and made 2 PAs and blew both. Oh man, you'll get it, brother. Don't put too much pressure on yourself because that's how you'll end up tilting and burning more accounts. How much you risk per trade in your 50K funded? I'm trading 1 mini right now, and I'll risk anywhere between $200 to $400. You have money below like that? Damn. You're explaining, but you're on the wrong chart. Was I? Was I on the wrong chart? Oh, maybe I was. Wrong screen? I'll explain again. Damn, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you got to go through the... there we go. We're about to get that TP. I'm going to tell you this. Like I told my realtors that they've worked for me in the past. You're in a profession, day trading, you're in a profession where you can make more than a doctor, right? If you play your cards right, you can make more than doctors. What makes you think that's going to be easy? If you think it's going to be easy, well, you got something else coming to you and you probably don't deserve to reap what the industry can provide to you and your family. So you're going to go through big losses and the market's going to try to shake you off. So I would tell my realtors, the real estate market is going to be brutal your first year. It's going to try to shake you off. Every one of your deals is going to die. People are going to backstab you. They're going to go with other realtors. They're going to buy homes behind your back. People are going to want to withdraw their listings. There are going to be so many bad things that are going to happen to you your first year. And if you give up, then you don't deserve real estate. But if you stick with it, I'm telling you, you stick with it and you work hard and you put everything you got into it, your second year is going to be like something like this went off. Now, I wish I could say that about trading, that it'll take you 1 year. It's not going to take you 1 year. It's going to take you multiple years. Maybe for some people, maybe they could do it in a year, but it's going to take you multiple years. And you're going to go through some really rough times where nothing seems to be working. And then something works for 2 weeks and it doesn't work after that. And you're just going to feel like, man, this is not for me. I want to stop trading. I hate this. Maybe I'm gambling. And you probably are gambling, you know, at certain points. You probably are. And you're probably answering yourself correctly. You have to do some real deep soul searching to find out what is really the problem. Is it my strategy? Is it my discipline? Is it me? Is it the market? It's probably all of the above. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to you, because only you can make the decision whether to hit that button or not. So with that being said, you are going to go through some real rough patches. I'm still going through my rough patch, but I think, in my opinion, I am crawling out of that valley. I'm on my way up from the valley, because I think I already hit my lowest points. My lowest points were, I don't wish those lowest points on anybody, but I'm telling you, I have invested a Harvard education's worth of money into learning how to trade. You guys think that you're into it for a lot? Yeah, okay. I have a lot, real money, not prop firm money, real money into learning how to trade. And I'm not going to stop until that tuition is paid off. And if you allow the market to shake you off, then that means you were never really serious about trading in the first place, and you don't deserve what trading can provide for you and your family. So keep going, but don't keep doing the same mistakes. That's one thing I'll tell you. Even in any business, if you keep doing the same mistakes and it's not working, you're not learning. So you're either going to win or you're going to learn in your first couple of years of trading, and then things will start to click and things will start to make more sense. And then the last thing you got to conquer is your emotions. And if you can conquer your emotions, you got a solid strategy, man, you'll be in there like swimwear, guys. You'll make so much money. You'll be forced to buy Tory Trade's course and ICT's mentorship. You'll be forced, because you just want to donate, to good causes. But that's it, man. See, I missed a couple of your messages in here. Yeah, we have mango trees. We have a lot of different stuff. We live in Florida. We have a lot of different stuff here. I went from 50 to 3K in crypto. Yeah. $50 or 50K to 3K, Robert. Started trading futures for the first time, tested a bunch of 100x trades, was still winning, then put 3K in, and we had that flash crash, lost it in 2 hours. Yikes. I'm not giving up, says Amar. That's what's up, man. That's what I want to hear. My weakness is not taking losses. It's much harder than we think to change your style. Yeah, it is. It's do or die, brother. I have found that it's me, my own psychology. I've made it ultra difficult to take losses since I used to trade with such high percentages. Yeah, you got to humble yourself. If not, the market's going to do it for you at no cost. They're not going to charge you. They're just going to take your money. And you definitely have to humble yourself. Like for me, I'm telling you, I thought I was better than the market. I thought I figured things out. And the market, and when you start getting cocky like that, that's when you lose, man. You have to learn. There's a good book by Tom Hugard, Best Loser Wins, and that has been one of my biggest weaknesses too, is learning how to take the loss and walk away with the loss. So you need to almost feel like losses are wins. If you can reprogram your brain to think losses are wins, then you'll do much better. Because if you take, let's say my rules, for example, 2 losses on that account, and I'm done with that account for the day, you have to look at that as a win. Because if you keep trading that, you might lose the entire account. So, okay, we lost $400 on the day. We lost $500 on the day. Consider that a win, because you could lose $2,500 on a day. You could lose the whole account. Maybe you have $4,000 in that account. you could lose the whole thing. So it's almost like damage control. So walk away. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. You maybe because it worked 1 out of 20 times that you were able to get that account back to break even or profit. It doesn't, because what happens is that you start to kind of trade differently than you would if you were at zero. When you're at zero, your psychology is different. You're chill, you're relaxed. You're kind of like, I'll take the stop. It doesn't matter. I'll take the stop. But when you have 2 losses down already, you're micromanaging that trade like crazy. You're moving your stops. You're like, oh, should I take my profit now? Should I not? And then you're like overthinking and you're over, managing that trade, which causes nothing but bad trading. Stop after your loss limit. Okay, stop after your loss limit. For me, it's 2. And then if I win 2 trades straight in a row, I'll keep trading until I get my first loss. Maybe I'll hit 4 wins in a row. Maybe I'll hit 5 wins in a row. And then on that 6th one, if it's a loss, I'm done. Because you could give it all back too. You could give it all back. 100%.
Let's go. Let's take this to the top, guys.
Been at this for 5 years, honestly, just finding some consistency. There you go, G-Man. See, it's the hardest thing I've ever tried to do. Man, I know that there's people who have... Look, Dr. Phil's a doctor, dude, and he's here struggling with us. I envy the ones that get it so quickly. Yeah, everybody has their own path. I paid my dues as well, says Friendy. First time in your stream yesterday. Love your daughter's testimony. I appreciate that, G-Man. Thank you so much. Man. My daughter can't stop talking about Jesus, man. She can't stop talking about him now. She's touched. Why is this price moving so slow today? Because we got that initial surge at the open, and now we're probably done. It's probably a good idea to start doing some back testing now. Seems like trading attracts the same types of people.
All right, bounce back up, baby. Right here. That's where we want to bounce. That's where we want to bounce.
Entrepreneur and
I want to bounce right now.
Electronic engineer. This market attracts these types. Well, you're talking about analytical people. I think it does. It attracts multitudes of people. I don't think it definitely doesn't attract creatives. It doesn't attract analytical people and risk takers. Yeah, you blew up 5K in 3 months. That's light work, man. I could do that in one trade. What do you think about a fixed stop loss of 10 points? I mean, if that's your strategy, you can make anything work. I just like being dynamic with my stops, because I like being dynamic with my stops because the market never moves the same at all times. So like right now, we're getting opportunity to go short here. I'm waiting for a confirmation on the Renko. If we get one, I'm probably going to take this opportunity to go short. Let's see here. Renko did not confirm that. It might be a bear trap. Wayne Kessler, what's up, man? Good morning. I am good at taking losses, but I'm terrible at holding winners. Same type of psychology issue. Well, what I would say is if you're in a trade and you have a solid TP, I would say if you're having a hard time holding on to winners, do one of 2 things. Either A, walk away, or B, trail it. Shoot, I have 1 month to pay left. I just need to make 200 a day. I'm locked in. There you go. I love hearing people who say they're locked in.
Is poor support
Who's not hitting the like button?
Then it's time for a change. We engineered the new
this might be a push.
For good.
We're getting purple candles followed by a red candle. This could be a solid push now.
That respond to your pressure points for targeted support like no other mattress can. Say so long to BedX.
Order submitted.
With Sealy Posturepedic. Shop Sealy savings during the July 4th sale.
Anytime is the perfect time for an Oscar Mayer wiener.
Wow. We took the 1 loss. Dang, I could have swore we were going to just go up. And then I probably should have moved my...
The Trader Within is another good book. Okay. Thanks for that, Gifted Kings.
Stop loss in there.
What was her testimony? You missed it? I posted it in the... Captain, I posted it in the Discord. My daughter heard the voice of God 2 days ago, and she's been a wreck ever since, man. She was crying for 2 hours straight with like tears of joy. It was just amazing, man. If you want to hear her testimony, it's in the Discord. It's in the main chat. Yeah, we're about to do the back testing. Right
Order
now.
canceled.
Short off of the 50. Yeah, this short is coming in here. Just to refresh your memory, That time when you explained how you hit the button, you went over to the Renko charts to show candle signals, and you did not switch back before continuing your explanation. Oh yeah, sorry about that. So what was the question on that I was trying to explain to you guys? Can you guys refresh my memory real quick? What was I trying to explain to you guys on the Renko?
Kept that in, took that sale.
Real quick, Frank, if you could refresh my memory, and I'll go over it. Our piece is
Order filled.
Order filled.
Is that a stream? I like the stream. How old is she? She's 10, man. Yeah, it's such a blessing for sure. Do I have some watermelon as well? We've tried to grow watermelon. We haven't been very successful with it. We're trying to grow some honeydews right now, but we have a lot of other stuff. We have a lot of other stuff with papayas. We have cherries. Yeah, we have a lot of different stuff, man. This is a beautiful short here. I just wish I would have came back and cleaned up this candle first. But she's definitely dumping here. Yeah, she there's no doubt in her mind, and there's no doubt in my mind that she heard the authentic voice of God, because you don't have that kind of reaction when you just hear somebody talking like over your shoulder or something. She was literally wrecked physically and emotionally. Good job, Sensei. Christ said to permit the young ones to come to him. Absolutely. Yeah, and I want to remind you guys that a lot of traders come here and they say, you know, like they have problems trading. But I think the problems aren't trading. I think the problem is you in general, because don't get me wrong, when you're a beginning trader, you know nothing, so you have a whole host of problems. You don't know how to trade, you don't have a good strategy, you don't have discipline, you don't have self-control, you don't have anything. So yeah, you're gonna get wrecked. But once you build a solid strategy, a lot of people forget that the rest are biblical principles that you need to have, such as self-control. You need to have discipline. You need to have a lack of greed. And these are all things that the Bible teaches us. And when you get close to God, you start to develop these things unknowingly, because how else is an alcoholic going to stop drinking? How else is a sex addict going to stop lusting? You ain't doing it alone. He's doing it with the help of God. If you ever been to an AA meeting, the only way they cure those alcoholics is to get close with the Creator, man. That's the only way. Oh, the Renko ahead of any move? Okay, yeah, so that's what I was saying. So on this particular candle right here, on this particular trade where I went long, so on this bar chart, I would normally wait for the yellow candle to appear, which is telling me that bulls are absorbing sellers, which is a good sign, especially after a manipulation candle like this. This was a liquidity grab, like I told you guys we were gonna have. I said, look, I think that it's a bad idea to put my stop here, because today is gonna be one of those days where you should put your entry where your stop would normally be, because it's gonna need your liquidity to go higher. There isn't a lot of volume today. So instead of putting my stop here, I put my stop here and I added a second position here. I entered this trade a little early in here. So to fix this trade, added a second position here. And now that, in hindsight, probably wasn't the best trade. The best trade is probably after this liquidity grab, we saw this yellow candle. So this yellow candle tells me buyers are absorbing sellers, because down here, if we look at the delta, we see that on this particular candle, we had more sellers. You see right here, this bar, pink bar, means we had more sellers than buyers, but the buyers were aggressive enough to push the price up. So that tells me there's a little bit of a battle going on. And when you have a battle, you got to see who is the one who won that battle. In this case, the buyers won the battle, and a pretty convincing candle too. It's almost, the candle was completely full, very bullish candle. So I would have normally gone long here with my regular strategy.
I
should have gone
just TP down here. Was too busy looking up here.
Long here.
See where to
stop would have been here. TP would have been 1-to-1. Normally is my my normal strategy. 14 points would have been, let's call it 15. We could have pushed it right there. That would have been my normal strategy, 1-to-1, right? Now the Renkos called it out a little bit early, because the Renkos would have had you get into this trade here. So you're, I'm in that trade, okay. So the Renkos would have had you enter the trade right here, Your stop loss could have been maybe this candle right here, risking 8, and you could target the same 15 if you wanted to, or the same level. You could target here if you wanted to, 20 points, or you could target this trend line like we did. So you could have gotten a very nice setup with the Renkos because it would have given you a 1 to 3, 1 to 4, much quicker entry than the one that I would have taken with my previous strategy. That's why I'm going to be doing backtesting on Renkos today versus backtesting on regular candles, because I feel like the Renkos could give a huge advantage when it comes to getting into a trade, getting into the real move and getting into the real move maybe a little bit quicker, because one candle can make a huge difference. One candle was 10 points. I mean, that's $200 on one mini.
Let's see what happens.
So we
here.
circle back into this trade. I wasn't expecting to get filled on this trade. I had this as I had this trade on here as a limit order, thinking we would retrace this candle here. I might close it out. If we get above here.
And let the zest take you
TP maybe the lows again.
Another way to
We'll
enjoy
see what happens here.
on the go.
Or maybe
Actually hoping that they sweep
that looks like a good trade
up to try and take.
That's my job.
SMC trading style is better than ICT, at least for me. Yeah. I don't really know either one that well. Freddie says Renkos is all I use. I know how to trade the regular candles as well. There you go. ICT traders must be very happy today. A 15-minute fair value gap setup happened 3 times in a row. Nice. Strategy came first, then mindset.
But these were 25 losses.
Late to the party. How's everyone? Yeah, we're doing good, Drago. Thanks for stopping in, brother. We got the 75 likes already. We're gonna have to do a giveaway. Oh, Sylvian Perron. Nice to meet you, man. Thank you for dropping in. Why'd you go short right there? That was an old limit order that I forgot to close because I was showing you guys my trades. I wanted to go short. I wanted to go short after this purple candle and then this big high volume candle. So if we would have taken this trade off of the setup here, you would have seen a 1-to-1, easy 1-to-1 here. So we would have entered here. Stop loss would have been above.
Come on, get up there.
Maybe above here. 20 points. We would have targeted 20 points. We would have just missed it. We would have only got about 17.5. Still a decent trade. If you would have manually taken profits on this one, it would have been a decent one. If you would have, what I like to do sometimes is I only measure the size of the candle that had the high volume as a target, which would have been 11 points. You definitely
that was kind of a gamble. I don't know why we did that. We were hoping that they would come up,
but you do end up getting a 1-to-1
sweep
from
up
the
past this
origination of the move sometimes.
To like basically people are going to take some shorts here, and I think they are, and that's why.
If we would have gotten the pullback, that would have been a beautiful 1-to-1, but we didn't get the pullback.
Them out. What?
You want to see the papayas? I can show you the papaya trees, because right now the papayas are out of season.
It's honestly what we're hoping for.
No worries, Frank. All right, so we'll do our giveaway real quick, and then we'll get into our back testing.
Yep, we took the loss. Dang. It's kind of rough. That'd be like 3 lost days in a row. That's kind of... Gotta breathe, man. Why are you gambling with this? This is what this one is for. This doesn't make any sense. Anyways, we have 2 more losses we could take today. Probably going to wait those out.
All right, guys. So if you head on over to our Discord, if you're new here and you don't know how to get to the Discord, it's pinned in the chat. So here, the pinned comment in the chat is a link to our Discord. You go over to our Discord, you become a lurker or a member. Once you've done that, then you will go to the announcement section. Under the announcement section, you're going to see the giveaway channel. You click on the giveaway channel, and all you have to do is click on this little party favor icon, and you're done. You're good to go. That's all you need to do. That's it. Once the time is run up, we'll pick a winner, and you will get a Wheelnox 50K evaluation. All right, so that's all you'll have to do. The other thing I want to pull your attention to while you're here, we talked a lot about discipline today and self-control, and if that's one thing you're lacking in your trading, go down to the next channel that says Stars Program and just hit give us a thumbs up or say, hey, I'm interested. We have free small groups right now. They're free. They may not be like that forever, but right now we have spots available in our accountability groups. Like I've said in the past, accountability ain't sexy, but you ain't looking for sexy when it comes to making money, right? Nothing that makes money necessarily comes easy or comes in a sexy fashion, right? You need to put in the work, you need to put in the grind, and sometimes it's hard to do it alone. So if you want a little group that'll help you stay consistent by having daily check-ins at the end of the day, like I do with my small little crew. We come in here at the end of the day and we have our legacy group end of day, and we check in with everyone at the end of the day, showing these were my losses today, these are my wins. So you're much less likely to tilt that day, because you know at the end of the day, you have to check in with your accountability group and say, hey guys, I didn't tilt today. I took a loss like a man. I had my 2 L's and I called it a day. Like Romano here, he had made $197 yesterday, called it a day. Popeye said, oops, I meant to post it here, his P&L, like, you know, he made 164 bucks yesterday, ended up $1,487 in a day. So if you want to be part of a small group like this, make sure right underneath the giveaway, you stop in and you go to the Stars Program and you say, hey, I'm actually interested. I'd like to more information on this. Armando will get back to you and we'll put you in there. All right. Very simple. Very simple. All right. So let's dive back in. Looks like we did take the win. Why did that trade work out after all? Why did it work out after all? And I showed you something real quick earlier here that I want to pull it back to your attention. So initially I said, imagine if we took a short after this high volume candle. We had our stop loss up here. This was the last absorption candle, wick. This is where your entry would have been if you would have waited for this candle to confirm. That's 20 points. And if we go 20 points to the downside, that would have hit. It would have missed your stop, came back up here. Why did it miss your stop, right? You might, you know, that's just luck that it didn't hit your stop. I beg to differ, because what happened here is that you had these two purple candles showing that there was sellers absorbing buyers, which means that that is a supply level. So when you have a supply level,
it kind of sucks.
That's why I tell you guys that I put my stops above these absorption candles, because these candles are either supply or demand. And when you revisit supply and demand areas, there's a good chance that those sellers are going to continue selling into that price. Therefore, this was a liquidity run, number one, and the market makers bought up here to sell up here because they knew there were people that would do business with them here.
Almost assume that
so
we're
they did that, bang, bang, and then they brought it back down. So after all, we did get our 1-to-1 on that trade. If we would have taken that trade, you do have to have conviction in your trade, because sometimes people would see their price coming back in a high volume candles like this and get scared and close out those trades early. So you got to take a couple L's, but you'll see over time that these trades end up playing out very high percentage of the time. All right, so just want to point that out to you guys.
Order submitted.
Quick insight on what that was there. That was supply, and that's why that got defended the way it did. Now it doesn't have to get defended every time, because they will wear that supply out if they keep testing those areas, and that does happen.
Order filled.
All right, so
Stop filled.
What's up, Anthony Smith? Thanks for stopping in. Hit me up, friendy, on DM on the Discord. We'll talk. Birdman, I think I already explained the giveaway. You can just rewind the video a couple minutes, you'll see.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, earn up to 90 undergraduate credits for relevant experience.
I saw a couple ICT when I first started trading futures. ICT would pop up in the algorithm on YouTube. So I watched